Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, New Jersey Nurse to Be. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here, well, welcome again. So today I'm going to be talking about my 5th month update as an LPN nurse. I am going to be as honest as possible, although I am honest with all my videos. Today is going to be a little bit different. Today we're going to talk about the bads, about what's bad about working in a nursing home and what are the usual things that you might see as a new nurse. So, uh, I've been sharing my experience with you guys for a couple months and stuff like that. So this time around, how I said it's going to be a little bit different, and I'm not going to talk about all the goods about it because it's been a rough couple weeks. So, um, what I've been noticing is that in the medical field, we are experiencing a shortage of nurses and a shortage of CNAs and stuff. And for me, I don't understand why nursing programs are it's getting tough to get into nursing programs with the exams that they throw in and all the steps that you have to go through just to get into a nursing program when there's a shortage all around the world within the medical field, and that's even in doctors and stuff like that. So that's one thing that I put out there because I wish that the nursing program was easier to get in and just get over, to get over with so you can become a nurse. But I went through so much stuff before I got into the nursing program. And I remember breaking down in my car because it was just a whole dilemma with me even having I had to repeat a course and I failed. I had a B, I think it was a B minus, and I needed a B to pass my course, and my teacher didn't want to give me that 1 point. And I remember I cried to my husband because that year I wanted to apply to the nursing program and I couldn't. So that's what I mean. That was like one of the obstacles that I went through. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know why is it so hard to get into a nursing program when there's a shortage, right? But anyways, talking about shortage, this video is going to be on shortage of the medical field, with my 5 month update. So in my facility, you guys know that I work in long term and I'm working in the behavior floor, right? And so I've started to seeing that we're short staffed on aides and stuff. And usually we should have 5 aides, but we are having less than 5. I'm not gonna get to the number of aides that we be having, but it's short. And sometimes I have to come out and help my aides. Sometimes I have to change diapers, put patients into the bathroom, give them their trays, feed them and stuff. And yeah, it slows me down sometimes and stuff because I can't, dealing with 20 plus patients, it's hard to just give that one on a patient. You're most of the time are giving meds and you're moving on. And after you give sorry, that's my phone. And after you give your morning meds, now you're starting to do your treatments, depending how many treatments you have, right? Especially in a day shift. If you're working 7 to 3, your shift is going to be the most busiest because you're dealing with all the treatments. Because treatments, from what I've heard, from what I've learned, are put on the day shift and stuff. Mostly put on the day shift. You're also dealing with doctors because remember, it's the morning. Doctors are working during the day. So you're dealing with speaking to the doctors, following up on blood work, on labs, PTINRs and stuff. What else? You're speaking to the dietitian, the social worker, the family members. Yeah, the whole shebang. You're dealing with it as the nurse from 7 to 3 and stuff. I know 3 to 11, the more they deal with is admissions and stuff like that. And then 11 to 7 is like maybe an admission or it's just a quiet. Most of the time it's quiet and stuff. But 7 to 3 is where, like I say it in Spanish, is candela, right? Is where there's the most action and stuff. So yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of shortage on CNAs and I've been also dealing with a lot of agency. And I feel that when a facility has a lot of agency nurses and a lot of agency aides, the facility is not going to run as smoothly as it should. Why do I say that? Well, let's say we have an agency nurse that comes in and she's running a cart. One, she doesn't know the cart that she's running because she's never been in this facility, or she probably works in this facility once in a blue moon. So how can you say that she knows those patients, right? So she's running a cart that she doesn't know. She's running a cart not knowing the policy of that cart, like how things are run, like when to order the meds. Most of the time when you have agency nurses, they are not on top of ordering meds. I'm not saying that all nurses are like this. I'm saying some of them. They're not on top of ordering meds. They don't know where's the how to grab the supplies from the facility, where to go to grab these supplies, who to speak to, who's the supervisor, who's who in the facility, and stuff like that. Most importantly, most of these nurses that work through the agency don't have a relationship with these patients, and these patients don't know these nurses, So now you're putting a fresh new face with this patient. This patient doesn't know who this person is, you know what I'm saying? And what you start to notice as a nurse who's been in the facility for a while is that, let's say you come in the next day and you talk to your patients, and your patient comes and tells you, hey, Blanc, I just wanted to let you know the nurse that was here working last night, oh, she tried to give me the wrong medication. Most of my patients are alert, are oriented. They know what's going on. They know their medications. They know exactly how they look, how it looks, for what it's for, how many medications they take, and at what time. So most of the time when I see my patients, they tell me, they say, oh, this nurse didn't do the treatment, or she tried to give me the wrong medication, or she didn't give me the medication, or she doesn't know how to do blood work, blood pressures. Oh my God, it's just like crazy. And so when I come in the next day or the next couple days after not working for 2 days because I was off, I come into chaos. Either my cart is all messed up, I have, for example, Mr. Smith's medication mixed up with Mr. Jones' bingo card, or Mr. Jones' bingo card mixed up with Mr. Smith's bingo card. Um, I'm missing vitamins because the nurse didn't know where was the vitamins are, or was too lazy to go get the vitamins from the supply office and stuff. So yeah, it's a lot of chaos. Or labs weren't called in, followed up because the nurse didn't want to do it and stuff. So, and I'm not just blaming the agency nurses too, but there are sometimes nurses in your facility who don't want to do it. They leave mostly everything for day shift to do and stuff. And I hate that. I really do hate that. When that stuff happens, I let the nurse know, like, listen, these labs have been sitting here for 2 days, and then you wait for me to call them in. Like, shame on you, because now I'm going to have to hear the doctor's mouth, but best believe you're going to hear mine too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, you see stuff like that, and I don't like that. So, yeah, I've been experiencing in my facility a shortage of CNAs, and it's been messing up my flow as a nurse, because now I'm taking away uh, from my nurse duties to also work as an aide, changing diapers, answering call lights and stuff like that. It's okay for you to do it once in a blue moon as a nurse, because I feel like that's something you should do as a nurse. But come on, when it becomes a norm, like a everyday thing, it starts to become frustrated, because you already have a lot on your plate. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you're like me, you're on schedule to be there till 3 o'clock. Your treatments and your medications all have to be done by that time, before you leave. All right. Remember, you're the nurse on the cart, so everything you're signing for, it has to be done. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't get it done, you have to put a reason why it didn't get done. Like, you can't say, "Oh, medication wasn't given because I was changing somebody's diaper." They don't want to hear that. You have to do your nurse's job. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm starting to see that, and I am starting to say, wow, this is not something that I signed up for. Okay, again, I'm okay with doing it once in a blue moon, but when it starts to become something that happens every day, that is something that I have to be like, you know what, I need to think, what is my other options. And a lot of nurses tell me, well, Blanca, it's like this everywhere else. And I know for a fact it's not like this everywhere else. I feel that some facilities, when it comes to management, they don't know how to run a facility, you know? And I'm not trying to down talk everything, but I'm just saying, places that I've seen, like my per diem, everything is run smoothly. And I'm not saying that it's perfect there. They have their flaws as well. But I don't see them, compared to where I'm working at, I don't see them messing up the way my facility messes up on a lot of things and stuff like that, you know? But yeah, I think that it's very important to have sufficient amount of staff in there who are well educated, know what they're doing, and it's good to have permanent staff instead of having people who work through agency who really don't know the facility as well. So my advice to you, that when you're looking for a job, if you're a new nurse or even a nurse with experience, you probably know this already. Um, Research the company. You know what I'm saying? Read reviews on this company. I like to go on Indeed, and when I'm looking at jobs, I read the reviews. And let's say if the reviews They have a lot of bad reviews. I am not going to apply to that company. I see that a lot of jobs around my area has a lot of bad reviews, and a lot of those jobs I don't even apply to because it's like I don't want to waste my time and I don't want to go from one bad facility to another. I'd rather deal with the devil that I know. And I know you guys heard that scene before. But another thing that I'm starting to realize that, you know what, I think I need to go back to school as soon as possible because I feel that being as an LPN, there's not a lot of options for you. One of them being that LPNs are starting to be phased out, especially in the hospital field and stuff like that. And they're starting to just work in the long term field, especially when it comes to New Jersey. New Jersey are not hiring LPNs to work at hospitals and stuff. So it becomes very hard for you to expand your horizon when it comes into the medical field and stuff. Like, I've seen a lot of LPNs in my job work as supervisors, floor managers, charge nurses, whatever you say, however you say it. I see them work like that. But there's a lot of stress that goes behind that and stuff. And you're just working in a long term unit. You know, you can work in a subacute unit long inside a nursing home, but you don't get to see as much as, or work in a surgery unit, or work in the ER and stuff like that. You're not able to see that. So for me, it's like I need to go back to school. So the plans are right now that in the next month I should be paying off my classes for the summer. I have 3 more prerequisites to do so I can finish the prerequisites for the nursing program and then sign up for a nursing program so that I can get my associates as an RN. I'm taking the long route because, again, as I told you guys, I'm married, I have kids, and your girl is not rich, So I have to take the long route of getting my associates and then walking up that ladder or working up that ladder to get my bachelor's. Eventually, I'll get there. It's going to take some time, but that goal is there. That motivation is still there, and I'm still hungry to become the nurse that I want to be in the future. You know what I'm saying? And this is just helping me where I'm at now. It's just helping me to become a better nurse. You know, I remember I was talking to one of the nurses in my facility, and she said, Blanca, this is not the best place to work at, but at least you started in the worst place because this will make you become a better nurse. And I was like, you're right. You're right. Now I know in case of emergencies, when you don't have a lot of supplies, you have a shortage of staff. I know how to work around that because I've been put in those situations. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it makes me think on my toes, on my feet, however you say it. So besides that, what else I wanted to speak to you guys about? I want to talk to you guys about of what helps me with my nurse's notes when I'm documenting on my patients on some books that I bought. And let's start with some books. This is called the Chart Smart, the second edition. It's like a big book. I believe it's like 500 pages. Yeah, about 500 pages. This has so many diagnoses, down to hyperglycemia. If you held a medication, how will you write it? How will you document it in your charting and stuff like that? Pretty good book. I believe I paid like $30 on Amazon for this book. I also have the newest Document Smart book, the 4th edition. This is also about 500 pages. Well, 400 pages. It's the same book as this, but the newest version. And this one my husband paid $60 for because it just came out last year and I have yet to find it cheaper. We bought this on Amazon. It came Prime. It was $60. I love the book. It gets into detail. It says A to Z Guide to Better Nursing Documentation. I will recommend these 2 books to any new nursing student or a new nurse. Like, definitely get those books. It'll definitely let you know how to document and stuff like that. What is the right way to address the situation and how to speak to your patient and stuff like that. Very good. And then I have this small little book here called The Nursing Notes The Easy Way, the second edition. And it says 100 common nursing documentation and communication templates. It's a very small book, and it has about 45 pages. But I take this to work, and this is the book that I use when I need to do quick notes on documentation. I love this book because it gets straight to the point and stuff. and it has like the most important topics that you will see on a patient, like dehydration, when you hold medications, what type of treatments, like a dressing change, what to dry, how will you document on a what to dry um, treatment, straight cath documentation, hyperglycemia, hypertension, pre-op for a patient, how will you document on that patient and stuff like that. So I will take some examples from here, and then I usually put it into my own words and stuff, and then bam, it looks like a nice nurse's note and stuff. Because as a new nurse, you don't really know how to document as well. And I think I heard that it takes a couple years for you to be like an expert and stuff like that. So yeah, my documentation sucks, but having these 3 books works. And by the way, I didn't give you guys the price on this, but this is $18 on Amazon online and stuff. So pretty good book, handheld. I take this with me to work. Besides those 2 big books that I have, those are the books that stay at home with me and stuff, and that has helped me a lot and stuff. Um, so yeah, another thing I wanted to let you guys know. I haven't given you guys my schedule, but as a just to give you guys a little rundown. Nurses out here in New Jersey make like 20 plus an hour and stuff. Now, and I know we haven't talked about how much nurses make in New Jersey and stuff like that. If you're getting paid like 21 an hour, it's because you have benefits, really good benefits, and there's tuition reimbursement and stuff. So usually when they pay you the low 20s, is because they're offering some type of tuition reimbursement for you to go back to school and stuff like that. And jobs like that I would accept, because you're getting more. If you pay me to go back to school, why not? Although when it's tuition reimbursement, you know that you're signing a contract of stating that yes, once I become an RN, I'm supposed to work with you 1 year or 2 year as an RN, depending what the contract says. But hey, if you're paying for me to go back to school, why not? Um, Also, they pay you up to from 21 all the way to 27 starting an hour. And for me, where I work at, I work full time Monday through Friday and every other weekend. So if I'm working the weekend, then I'm off that Friday following the weekend that I'm working. And then the weekend that I work, that Monday following that weekend that I work, I'm off. So Monday through Friday, and I work every other weekend and stuff. So it's pretty good for me. And then on holidays, if I work those holidays, I get paid double and stuff. If I don't work those holidays, then I just get paid for it. But working them, you get paid double and stuff, which is also good and stuff. The benefits at my job are okay. They're not the best. I do not get no tuition reimbursement and stuff. But my husband, who's a union carpenter, has really good benefits. So the whole family is through his plan and stuff like that. So I don't have to pay for health insurance through my job, because if I did, I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. If I had to put me, my husband, and my 2 kids, it would have been another $800 to $1,000 out of my paycheck for health insurance. So that's a family of 4 in New Jersey. That's ridiculous. So thank God we don't have to go through all that. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of the 5 month update and stuff. I know that I probably said a lot of negatives, but I want to be as honest as possible with you guys, and I want you guys to continue to, walk with me through this journey. And again, nothing against agency nurses and aides and stuff like that. We are all here to work together and to motivate and to push each other to keep on going further in life and stuff like that. But the reason why I make these videos is because I want to be honest with people, and I wish somebody was honest with me when I was going through this journey, and I wish that the videos that I was following was giving me all the details on everything that they were doing. So that's why I'm giving you guys an update on a month-to-month basis and stuff like that. So yeah, that's all. I like to keep my videos short. This is about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna shut it off now. Thank you again for subscribing to my channel, for liking it and commenting. Continue to watch my videos. I really want to have more subscribers, but most importantly, I just need some support. And I really want to thank you guys for all the love that you guys have been showing and all the support you guys been doing. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and you guys have a good night. Bye.